Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see, my background is different, and that's because I just moved a couple weeks ago. Things have been really crazy, so I apologize for not posting a video in about a month now, but forgive me for my background. I'm still trying to figure things out, trying to see what I like the best. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. But today's video is going to be an eyeshadow wardrobe tag. This was originally started by Morgan Turner and Charlotte Holdcroft. So basically what I'm gonna do is go through a list of different occasions, and I'm gonna tell you guys what palette I would use for each one of these occasions. So it's supposed to be really fun. If you wanna do it, go ahead and feel free. I love eyeshadow palettes, and so this is another way to show you guys what I have and what I would use the palettes for. So the first occasion is wedding or wedding guest. And I'm so excited about this because if you didn't know, I am engaged. Well, let me fix my ring here. And my wedding is gonna be next May, and I'm so excited. So I got to go through my palettes, and I'm probably gonna hire somebody to do my makeup for me, but if I was doing my makeup at my wedding, or if I was gonna be a wedding guest, what palette do I think would be, you know, something really nice for a wedding, appropriate? So I went ahead and chose the TATI Beauty Textured Neutrals palette volume 1. Now I probably would not use the glitters in here because it might be a little too much, but I just love this palette. I think it's gorgeous, and every time I use it, I feel very confident, and that's what I want to feel like on my wedding day or as a wedding guest. I want to feel like that I know my makeup's gonna look good. The shades are very pigmented. I just know it's gonna come out really well. So I would probably choose the TATI palette for my wedding day or as a wedding guest. The next special occasion is date night, and the palette that I chose for this is very rosy and romantic, and my fiance loves it on me, so I feel like it would be appropriate because not only does he like it on me, I like it on me. So I chose the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 palette. This is very bougie, and I also feel very confident when I wear this, which is what I want to feel like on a date night. And I would definitely feel great breaking this out for it, if not every day, but I think that this is definitely a fun palette for date night. The next special occasion is girls' night. And so I like this palette because it is very girly and it has a lot of pinks and purples in it, which is my vibe. I love purple. It's my favorite color. I love wearing purple on my eyes. And this palette is the Morphe 39S Such a Gem palette. As you can see, it is very girly. It makes me feel like myself when I wear it because, like I said, I really like the pinks and the purples on my eyes, but still glam, and I can dress it up. I can have these silk toppers if we're going out, or just the mattes and little shimmers if we're staying in. There's even this little pressed glitter down here. There's lots of variety in this palette, and I love it. So that's why I think it would be appropriate for a girls' night. The next occasion is vacation, and this was a little tough for me because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with a smaller palette because it's easier to travel with, but I ended up going with kind of a bigger palette. I chose the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I love this one for vacation because if you need it, there's a nice big mirror in here, and there's a lot of variety in this palette. I can create so many different looks with it. So it's really nice to just bring one palette on vacation and not, you know, clog up my suitcase with 5 different palettes. I can just take this one and get so many different looks with it. So the next occasion is graduation. And I remember on my graduation day, I was scrambling to get ready. For some reason, I just did not have a whole lot of time. I was doing a million different things. And so I wanted to pick a palette that I felt like was very easy to use, but still gave me a nice glam look. So I chose the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. This palette, I believe, is perfect for it because you just know exactly what to do. You've got these base mats over here where you can put your base down, and you've got such a wide variety of metallics that no matter what you do, the look is gonna come out good. I love the quality of this palette. It's very shimmery, very metallic, and I just think it's appropriate for the occasion. So yeah, so I chose the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. So the next occasion is Christmas, and that is my favorite holiday ever. And the palette that I chose for this isn't my top choice. Normally what I would do for a Christmas look is probably like a red, green, and silver or gold type thing. And I would probably use a couple different palettes. But while I was doing my prep work for this eyeshadow wardrobe tag, I wanted to make sure that I only pick one palette for each thing. So I ended up going with the ABH Norvina Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3. And the reason why I chose this was because it has a green in here, it has a couple different variety of reds, and it's got this nice icy white shade up here, as well as this nice pressed goldish glitter. And I thought that I could make a pretty good Christmas look out of this. That's just my style. That's what I like to do for Christmas. I like to literally put red, green, and some sort of silver or gold on my eyes. I would probably blend like the red up at the top, put the green on my lower lash line, and then put the glitter all over the lid. So that's what I chose for Christmas Day. The next occasion is a birthday party. And when I think of birthdays, I think of bright colors like pink, yellow, confetti. And so I thought this palette was pretty appropriate for the occasion. This is the ColourPop Lovebird palette. This is limited edition. I don't believe it's available anymore. But I love this palette. It's got some bright pinks. It's got some really nice glitter in here, which I am a sucker for glitter and palettes. I know not everybody likes that, but I do. And I think this would just be a fun confetti looking glitter eye for the occasion. Just something really fun and sassy and girly. So that's what I chose for the birthday party occasion. The next occasion is for office or work. And I have taken this palette to work with me so many times because I was on the go, on the run, and I needed to put something together really quick, but make it look like I spent more time doing it than I really did. So it's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. This is the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette, and I love this palette because, like I said, it is so easy to work with. It's beautiful. I don't know if it would necessarily be office appropriate colors. When I think of office, I kind of think of like neutral, but I still like this palette because it's easy to travel with, it's easy to use, easy to work with. The shades are very pigmented, and I put together an eyeshadow look in 5 minutes or less. I mean, it's just a really great palette, and I highly recommend it. If you're looking to check out ColourPop, I would definitely go with the Sweet Talk palette. This is so good. So yeah, as my office or work palette, I would say the Sweet Talk by ColourPop. The next occasion is errands or everyday go-to palette. And for some reason, this was so tough for me because I personally like to use a different palette every day. And so I ended up going with the ColourPop California Love palette, just because it has some really nice neutral shades in here. And if you're running errands, you might not want to get, you know, too crazy with your eyeshadow, but there's also some, you know, shades in here where if you want to go glam, you can. I got a pressed glitter and some shimmers in here. So I just thought it was a nice neutral palette just for an everyday look. So that is the California Love by ColourPop. So the last occasion is New Year's Eve, and I was going back and forth between palettes for this one. I changed my mind a couple times, but I eventually landed on the Kesha Rose FTW palette. When I think of New Year's Eve, I think of Kesha, and I just love how much variety is in this palette. Now, if I were to make a New Year's Eve look, I would probably definitely go for this silver glitter right here and incorporate this black in some form or fashion. I just think that would be perfect. And I just love the quality. The price point is great. I got this on hipdot.com. Actually, this was a gift, but you can get it on hipdot.com. And so, yeah, I would definitely go with the Kesha FTW palette for my New Year's Eve look. So that's it, guys. That's my eyeshadow palette wardrobe tag. If you want to go ahead and do this tag, feel free to. I have a lot more videos coming your way, and I'll be getting my setup figured out here, so bear with me. And I love you guys. Mwah. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again soon. Bye.